Welcome, Cyclone fans, back to another wide right. I just got to turn my mic on. Welcome, Cyclone fans, to another wide right natty light Dynasty stream here in the college football revamped mod. This week we're back after a few weeks off. I had a trip for work and had been busy last week, but they're going to get back to it. We're at games 11 and 12, so we're going to finish out the regular season. We've got Kansas, and the next week is West Virginia. So we are going to check our recruiting board here real quick just to make sure. And as always, for anybody watching, as always, I do kind of an AMA during the stream. If you got any questions about Iowa State, about me, about whatever, go ahead and ask. If you haven't already watched the other streams up to this point, I get asked like, "Oh, are we going to beat Iowa?" or what's my prediction for the record and stuff like that. I get that asked all the time. So if you've got questions other than what's our record going to be next year, very much invite those questions as well. Just because I've answered the other one about 100 times. Let's see if I can drop my boom down just a little bit. All right, that should be better. I don't really see anybody in here that I'm too worried about trying to go after. I could go after this guy, I guess. We got plenty of points. Kind of hang out on that for a little bit. All right. So, versus Kansas, I want to wear white, cardinal white. Always been a big fan of this combo. We'll go all white on the bottom. Stick with that. But let's check Kansas's uniforms real quick. I think they've got like red pants, don't they? We're gonna do want it to be their away uniform. Whenever we get to it. They have an away? God damn. Just don't have an away uniform. Just something to differentiate. Make sure they differentiate a little bit. We'll go color jersey against color jersey. I'm gonna have them wear. Sure. Well, I'm wear the World War II pants. And I think we're good. Titan C 335. Good there. Let's do it. Look at that defense. Now we're still counting total yards, but let's see. Oh, Chris Schubert's got a comment here. That's a great interview, guys, with Campbell. Seemed like a lot of fun. Oh man, you should have seen me. Oh, that Matt Campbell interview was a ton of fun, man. Can't even begin to describe how much fun that
Glad to have you with
was.
us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the
Unbelievable.
EA Sports NCAA
So far,
Football 14 pregame
I would say
show
so far
presented
just the
by Nissan. Innovation that
and
excites.
top 5
Opened in
moment for me
1975, we're in Jack
as
Trice Stadium on the
working
campus
for
of
wide right.
Iowa State
Top 5
University
moment,
for today's
easy.
great game.
Honestly, probably I can't immediately think of something off the top of my head that I can say, oh, well, that was better than interviewing Matt Campbell on a podcast.
Fielded at the 9.
Kane?
Out to the 30. He makes it out to maybe the 33-yard line.
After running that
Getting ready to take the
4.29,
field in their
whatever
final
speed he's
home
at
game
feels too
in their career.
low
The final games
at this
always
point.
have an extra emotional element in them. We'll see if they can channel that emotion and turn it into a victory.
All right. Not doing the speed option.
So here comes the
Already
offense
learned
taking
that
the
lesson.
field for the first time today.
All right. Really sitting back.
Here's an opening. Gains his way to the 43-yard line. Iowa State's got a guy that statistically is leading the conference right now, and he has got the attention of everybody in the country, including the coordinator.
That's right, we got a bunch of these new plays in here
Ball
from
on
last
the
time, too.
43-yard line.
Got to remember where they're all at. And we're going to throw that
He
away.
gets rid of this one.
I think Tariq on that side, or whoever that was on the way over there, might have been open deep, but I didn't have any time to throw.
Let's go deep.
I'm going to run this.
Thunder! Let's go!
Oh,
Brought down at the 45-yard line. Hall
Okay.
comes away with 2 yards on the carry.
Third down.
We've got 3rd and 8.
all
Ball
right.
on their own 45.
Right here, probably going to be looking for Brees on that angle route. But we'll see.
Catches it, and that's all.
Yeah, just short.
That
Yeah,
pass
we're
play
gonna-
went
we're
for
gonna go for
nearly
it.
enough to keep moving, but they're stopped just short. Boy, that's tough.
That is always a tough pill to swallow. Having to leave the field knowing how close
starting
you
the read
came to
option.
converting on 3rd down. You got to get those.
No. No, we're going to switch to quick pass. And we're going to have Brees do that. Okay, there.
Quick pass going back to his
Got it.
running back.
That's a first down.
Around the 45-yard line.
Fairly high
Did you
risk
see that
call
ref
to go
collapse
for
earlier
it,
in the
and
Elite
they
Eight game?
added
I
to
heard
the
about it.
risk
I actually
level
wasn't
by
watching
cutting
at the
it
time.
that close.
But I did hear about it. Sounded pretty scary. But
From the
from what I understand, it sounds like he's
45-yard
okay.
First down.
Yeah. JTS needs to
out a
update South End
five-wide
Zone. Yeah.
set.
From what I understand, is like that's probably not an option for this particular game.
He's got it with room to run. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 37.
I don't think they've figured out a way to update stadium models or anything like that. So I would guess we're probably not going to get that in this. I think we're probably going to have to wait for the new college football game from EA.
Fires
Sean,
out to his
Sean.
wide
There we go.
And he is drilled at the 27. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
But they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
See if we can get the running game going a little bit.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
We're in a little hurry up, just for fun.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Do the same thing.
Tackled after a decent pickup. And he carried that one for a few yards.
You know, when you have a guy that can grab 5 yards or so consistently, it sure takes some of the pressure off the passing game.
We're
Here's
run
play number
bench here
10
and
on
see
the
what
drive.
happens. I don't know. The out routes in this game aren't as reliable. Sean
Throws to the
Shaw
receiver, and he's
trucked
got it
him.
again. A
Oh!
huge play, and now they're in a great position to score.
Gain of 11 yards.
So close.
That makes it 1st and goal.
All right, let's get Brees a rushing touchdown here. We'll just go goal. Oh, Kane's in the game. That's right. We'll get Kane a rushing touchdown.
It's 1st and goal.
Nays earned
1
it.
yard to the goal line. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Touchdown, Iowa State.
All right, that'll work.
splits the uprights with the extra point. Reese Davis joins us
Gnarly
in the
win there.
studio
We'll
with this update.
But
Reese?
that doesn't come into play.
The Bears were ranked
Oklahoma State
21st.
takes down
Now
Baylor,
they
who's
hope
apparently
just
ranked.
to hold on to a spot in the poll. And for Oklahoma State, they become bowl eligible with this win.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
All right.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. He's into the open field. Makes it to the 34.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few
Thoughts
feet away
on
from that
Fran
first down
McCaffrey with a
marker.
big contract extension at Iowa? I mean, I think Fran is dramatically overrated as a
And they make the
coach,
stop
as
around
an
the
X's and O's
32-yard
guy.
line. Loss of 2 on the run by the halfback.
At least especially in the tournament. But I mean, the team was really good for a lot of this year. At least we thought they were good. It turns out the Big Ten wasn't nearly as good as we thought it was. You know, at least it seemed like they were pretty good for most of the year and fell apart in the tournament. So I mean, just based on what have you done for me lately kind of thing.
And that'll make it 4th down.
The defense held their ground on
probably
that
earned
play.
it,
The quarterback just wasn't able to
depends on
find
what
any
Iowa's-
open receivers.
What Iowa believes their expectations are. Is if their expectation is we need to be in the Sweet 16 and stuff like that,
Thompson
you know, then
to punt.
maybe not, because they haven't made a Sweet 16 for a long time. Even though they were really, even though they're really
He makes
highly
it out
ranked
to
a
maybe
lot
the
of the season.
39-yard line. He showed a
So
good
I
burst
don't know.
there.
Based on how high they were ranked for most of the season, the fact that they were a 2 seed, you know, it's hard to argue with giving him an extension, but at the same time, I think
6
he's
points and a
overrated
pretty display of
as an X's
passing
and
was
O's
the
guy.
result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect
might
the
be trying to
defense to
streak
take a
Milton
different
here.
approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is
Treek
trying just
struck
isn't
that
working.
guy.
But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force him into a mistake.
Let's run this
First and
GT
10.
counter.
Ball on the 44. Iowa State is up a score.
Green 88.
Tackle made at the 46-yard line.
Nice play, baby.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Two tights. Three down. Watch 18. Here we go. Wide
Pulls it in, and he's in the open field.
Yeah,
They'll bring him
there.
down
There you
at
go.
the 33-yard line.
Number 1 makes the tackle at the 33-yard line. First down.
Stealing
First and
next
10.
choice. This is a good play.
Ball on the
I like this play.
33-yard line.
Got some nice different levels in the in routes. Tariq on a deep route in case the safeties doesn't get. Yeah, Charlie. Ooh,
And he's
Charlie.
taken
There
down
we go.
right around the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Now he tries to buy some time.
Pump fake. Oh no, that went badly.
And the defense is
No.
on They
Damn it,
worked
Brock.
hard, and they got the turnover.
This is what it's all about. Defense taking advantage of an opportunity. They're pouncing on the loose ball.
All right, we're gonna try to get this ball back.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Gardner takes the toss right. Nice
Get him down.
run, and he's brought down.
Gain of 4 on the play.
You know very much about the 2 new assistant coaches we just hired for men's basketball. Okay, so Green, I can't remember his first name. Is it Kyle Green? He was at UNI for a long
They
time
line
under
up at
Ben
the
Jacobson.
13.
His son is AJ Green, who plays at UNI. It sounds like he's going to stay at UNI. But he's pretty well respected as a guy that can develop post players. And just generally a very good guy. He was at Marquette a long time ago under Tom Crean. Like, so when Dwayne Wade was there, he was at Marquette, then went to UNI. And generally expected a guy that definitely knows his stuff as far as especially recruiting in Iowa and Minnesota and Wisconsin. Definitely a guy that is known for recruiting that area. And then the other guy that just got signed today,
around the 14
I want to just confirm his name. I don't want to mess it up. I hadn't previously heard of him. But J.R. Blount, or Blount maybe. He, from what I understand, he's a very well-regarded assistant coach as far as an up-and-comer goes. He has a history of developing good guards, and I think is generally considered to be a pretty good recruiter as well. So it's from what I can tell, the two new assistant hires so far seem to be both very, very good hires.
They'll bring him down at the 48-yard line.
And should be nice compliments to TJ.
Folks, that's the end of
should work well both
good
as bench
ball game
coaches
so
and
far.
as
7-0
recruiters.
Cyclone.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. Well, I'm sure the offense will be looking to avoid the turnover that ended their last drive.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain. Gets 6 yards on the play.
I just don't want to run that shallow Mills cross. That shallow Mills play. Yeah.
Iowa State up 7 points.
Charlie.
And he hits him hard at the 22-yard line.
All right.
From the 22-yard line, first down.
Maybe Xavier here, depending on what that safety does. Ooh, Tariq.
Let's see if this coaching staff
Thought
sticks
that
with
fell
the short
backwards,
passing
unfortunately,
game,
but
or if they decide to open it up a bit more.
2nd and 11.
Slap Poco is interesting. Let's see how deep Sean Shaw's route goes. We'll see. He might be a guy to keep an eye on here. I'm going to actually send him deep.
He's going to try
We're
and
taking
scramble.
it. Oh, Brock. Let's go, Brock.
And he's tackled at the 8-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
Hoping to double their lead here as they close in on the goal line. Based on their last visit to the red zone, I'd expect them to take better care of the ball this time around. He's scrambling. Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work.
With the interception.
Thought he was going to go back to the back of the end zone. Should have lobbed it. The turnover problems persist. Need to stop turning it over at the end. Turning it over in the red zone. There we go.
The 13-yard
I think
line.
if I hadn't have bailed out of that blitz, I think he would have hit that shallow crosser, and Jaquan wouldn't have gotten to him.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long.
3 down. 34's the right. 34's the right. He's coming. Check in.
Son of a gun.
And down he goes around the 21-yard line.
Miles
They
Kendrick?
didn't get the first down, but it was still a pretty good run by
Is
the
that supposed to be
quarterback.
like
He
JT
made a good
Daniels?
decision to take off there.
Whatever. Let's get a spy out there. Like that.
Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 21. Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback.
Damn.
Brought down around the 33-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Double tight. Three down. 34's the mic. 34's the mic.
Even
No
though
way.
they didn't sack him,
Okay.
the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
From their own 33-yard line. 2nd down.
Three down. Take four.
Scrambling around.
Yeah, I was offsides, and he got away. God dang.
He gets hit out of bounds at the 50. Looks like offsides. Here's the official call.
Offside, defense.
What is going on with
penalty
this
is
defense?
declined.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing a nice job with first downs, and they're executing well. But the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try to change things up with their scheme. Be more aggressive, attack, do some things to change it up, take some risks.
There we go.
He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard. Kirk will get a player down, obviously in some pain. And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Three down. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in.
No way. That little tiny quarterback just trucked Mike Rose. Who is this
Picks up
guy?
about 7 yards on the option keeper.
3rd down.
What's happening? Zach, how was your trip? Oh, it was good. Thank you for asking. I was out in Portland, Oregon / Vancouver, Washington for work.
Looks like he's warming up and trying to get back.
Pretty nice, actually. Definitely
Makes
good.
it out to maybe the 40-yard
Definitely enjoyed
line.
it out there. And pretty, very nice country. I go snowshoeing up Mount Hood, just east of Portland there, and very, very cool experience. I'm an idiot. What we got back there? Greg
They're
Eisworth,
trying
let's
to
have
pin
him
them
return
deep
punt.
with a solid punt right here.
I'll never forget the time I said I like them putting Greg Eisworth back there because he's a good, secure guy. You just know he's going to do his job.
Little too much
And then,
leg
like,
into that punt.
the
They'll
next
bring it
week
out
they
to
had
the
him back
20.
there for a punt. He muffed it.
Well, it's
I remember
always
that.
fun to be part of a
Vividly, I'll never
defensive
forget
battle.
that.
That's certainly what we have right now.
Yeah, give credit to
Teach
both
me to
of these
endorse
defenses.
punt
I mean,
returns.
they're playing with a lot of energy, and I think they're doing a nice job
For
up
this
front at the
PA
line of
inverted
scrimmage.
veer.
At this point, they're not giving either of these offenses a chance to make a play.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
Man,
Now, the quarterback's breathing
was a really low
huge
trajectory.
sigh of relief because
Should've
he got
just
away
lobbed
with
it.
throwing what should have been an interception.
He was open behind the defense too. Just needed to get it over top.
From their own 20-yard line, it's 2nd down. Iowa State is up 7.
They are blitzing. Probably not the
Comes to
best
that
option,
left, got the
but
fullback. He's pushed out of bounds at the 24. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
Sooner boot.
Under heavy pressure. On the run, gets it to the tight end.
Charlie just running people over.
Around the 35-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. That'll move the chains for another
Love it.
First down.
I'm trying to slip screen here and see
We've got
what
a
we
1st and 10.
come up with.
Ball
what
on
we
the
can see
35.
here.
Flips it middle to the running
Block.
back.
Reese.
He's at midfield. He's at the 40. He's taken down right around the 32-yard line.
Nothing really flashy about it, just a case of everybody knowing their role and the defense not reacting quickly enough.
Trying to let a nice inside zone here. Oh, that's a read option apparently.
He makes his way to about the 18.
How far do I think the women's basketball team can go the next few years? Well, they were very, very close to doing something this year. I think next year they're probably a top 10, top 15 team, which means they're probably at least a Sweet 16 team, if not maybe an Elite 8 team. And from there, I mean, from there it's just growth. It's growth from there. Oh, he jumped it and I threw it upfield. Idiot.
That's a great tackle at the 14-yard line, and that's a second interception.
From there, I mean, it's just growth and keep going. I mean, there's no reason they can't be a Final Four team in a couple years, depending on what other young players they pull in from now on. But that group of guards is so young. Ashley Jones has got a couple years left. I don't see any reason. She's at least got a year left. I don't see any reason they can't be a Sweet 16. Sweet 16 team next year.
He goes down at the 44-yard line.
When you combine his speed as a runner with the
And
strength of
the
the
ceiling
offensive
is certainly
line,
even higher
you
than
have
that.
the potential for some long runs.
They show Lexi Donarski looks like a superstar.
First down, 10 to go.
I'm trying to remember.
Ball on their own 44.
There's so many good players in that roster, and they're all so young.
And he's tackled.
I will say though,
the Jayhawks are going
I want to be a little bit critical of the women's team though. That last game they had 20 turnovers, not good. But specifically, one thing I want to see is some growth out of Ashley Jones as a passer. Right now, sometimes the ball can get stuck on her just a little bit. Now she's a great scorer, so a lot of times she can kind of overcome that and make it not really matter.
Here's the throw. I don't think he got anything.
But she's got to improve as a passer. There's too many times where she gets caught in the post, like she's trying to post up, and one-on-one she's almost unguardable. And the other teams know that. And what they're doing to counter that essentially is,
and they make the stop around the 45-yard line.
Is that they're coming over and doubling her in the post on a backside post, and she does her spin move and she dribbles right into him basically. So I would like to see her develop as a passer a little bit more,
He's on the
so
run.
she can be better at detecting that backside help, backside double team, and kicking out, looking around. Because the last possession of that Mississippi State game was really frustrating to watch because it was just burning a lot of clock. It was burning a lot of shot clock, and essentially hoping and praying for a foul in the last second. And I'm a firm believer that if you're running a play, like at the end of the game, if you're running a play with the sole purpose of trying to get a foul, you are asking for pain. You are asking for something to go wrong. You're asking to. You're relying on the refs to not swallow their whistle, which maybe they do, maybe they don't. There's a lot of refs now that are really, really scared of blowing the whistle in fear of making a bad foul call. So there's a lot of them that have started swallowing their whistles now. And yeah, the officiating was kind of wonky. There was some bad call. The jump ball call was weird. But they held like a double-digit lead for a lot of that game. And they just kind of let Mississippi State creep back into it. Mississippi State's a good team, credit to them. But you can't let them creep back into that. And even in the overtime, Ashley Jones really struggled in the overtime. But Lexi Donarski was knocking down shots, and they were moving the ball around really well. Other than that, and I would have liked to see some more ball movement. I would have liked to see a set play run on that last possession rather than having Ashley Jones just try to ISO her way to a point, ISO her way to a bucket there at the end, or a foul or something.
He fights forward to about the 26.
I was really disappointed with that end, and I thought they could have done a lot better job.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
But to circle back around, that stuff is easily correctable. That's not like a long-term, like a roster deficiency or anything. I mean, that's just a
ball on the 26
schematic thing that's easily correctable for next season. And if they can do that, I see no reason that they're not at least a Sweet 16 team, if not in the Elite 8 or better. They've got the guards to do it. And if Kristen Scott comes back, I think that's a huge return. That'd be a huge returning player for them. Being able to return a big that can definitely shoot outside. She was hurt for a lot, especially there towards the end. She was hurt quite a bit, so she wasn't playing at her best, but still put in some really good minutes.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
That's
So,
the kind of rangy
getting her back would
flanker
be
every
huge.
quarterback wants to be throwing to. He did well to make sure he had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
From their own 38-yard line. First down.
I do want to like contextualize what my little mini rant there a little bit, because it wasn't meant to
Gets
be
it out
like
to his receiver in a hurry. They'll bring
it wasn't
him
meant to be
down at the
overly critical of the
47-yard
women's
line.
team, but I mean,
That's a gain of 9.
people need to watch them more and stuff like that. But I
That'll make
don't
it
mean.
second in inches.
I mean, they're not perfect. They lost the game in the second round, and it was not a good way to lose. I mean, they were knocking out everything that game. So there are definitely things that need to get fixed.
He picks up a few with
You know,
that
Ashley Jones had
carry,
an
and it's
incredible
enough to
game.
move
She
the
had like a
sticks.
30,
Well, the defense did a
33
pretty
and
good job
18 or
there,
something
didn't
silly
give them
like that.
much
Just a
room.
crazy number.
Unfortunately
Just a
for
crazy
them,
stat
there was
line.
just enough space to eke out 2
Like I
yards
said,
he
I'd like to
needed for the
see a
first
point
down.
of growth for her instead of being
From their own
Iowa
49-yard
State's
line.
like
First down.
better rebounding Carmelo Anthony, basically. You know, instead of being that, she needs to turn into
He's gonna
their.
run up the gut.
I hate to just use these comparisons because they're so outlandish, but like
That'll bring up
she
second
needs
and
to
3.
be more of like a LeBron, where she can she'll get her buckets, she can score, she can do everything, but where she can really lead the offense and be a facilitator and be
Five
the
wide.
initiator. Now, fortunately, they've got other players on the roster that are very, very good at that.
He sails it long.
A couple in particular that I was very
Oh, what
impressed
an
with myself.
interception.
Anthony Johnson. You get a block.
6 makes the interception.
But we need better ball movement, and I don't want to see it come down to the point where it's just Ashley Jones ISO mode at the end of the game. I don't think that's a winning strategy. I think that was that was one final symptom
First
of
and
a
10. Ball on their own
team
24.
that late down the stretch didn't
Iowa State
was so
is up a
young
score.
that they didn't necessarily know how to win, and that's okay. That's part of the learning process.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he just gets rid of it.
But
Great job
they
by
need
the
to
defense
grow.
After that
They've
quarterback, and right
definitely got
now,
quite a
I
bit of
think
growing
they've got
to do.
him with some happy feet.
But
He appears
when
to be a
you're
bit rattled.
a second round team, maybe should have been Sweet 16 team, and you've got all those freshmen, you've got so much growing to do. That's really, really exciting for the program for sure.
Here we go. Wide 80. Check, check. Big dog.
Fires quickly.
Man, they just
Picked off.
undercut every.
Inside the
I'm never
30.
I'm never gonna run an out route
10.
ever again. They're so
Touchdown,
useless.
Jayhawks.
They undercut every time. It's just nonsense. The ball is never out in front far
Play by
enough.
the defender.
Just it's a waste of time
Great
throughout.
interception and an even better effort to bring the ball back for a touchdown.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up.
It's
And
preposterous
he
how
adds
bad
the
the out
extra
routes
point.
are.
Is good.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. It's fielded at the 2. He's to the 20. Tackled at the 28.
Jake from Twitter, Jake Moberly, I feel your pain, man.
It's going to be interesting now to see if this quarterback can put that last throw behind him.
Brad, if I'm the quarterback, I might pull the offense together before we run out of the field, just to say to them, guys, let's forget about that last mistake. Nobody's fault. Let's get ready to go down the field and put points up on the board. You can't allow the mistake on the last drive to dwell, and it's the quarterback's responsibility to take charge of this drive.
From their own 41-yard line, it's first down.
Oh, someone didn't hold their block at all.
It was the defensive lineman that got a hold of it.
I mean,
there.
I know I
You're
made
not
the
gonna
right
break many
read.
tackles when this guy gets his hands on you.
13.
And Trevor Downing just did not hold his block. Damn you, Trevor.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Quick throw out to the receiver, and he's taken down at about the 49.
Very solid gain through the air. I'm impressed with the poise of this quarterback and the ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
Fires out quickly to the tailback. Knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Do you think Caleb Grill will come back? I mean, he's in the transfer portal. The coach he originally committed to, then didn't commit to, and then transferred to, is now at Iowa State, and he's in the transfer portal. I would think
from the 40-yard line.
In my opinion, the smart
First
money
down.
is on Caleb Grill coming back to Iowa State.
Gives it to the back. Got the corner, and they push him out at the 36.
Gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Let's see.
They can't hang with us. Watch 18. 18's the mic.
There we go. That's what happens when people hold their damn
He's
blocks.
tackled around the 27-yard line. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be
Let's
hard
see
to
what
keep them out of the end
formation
zone.
they drop into here.
Here we go.
Up the middle for a nice
Okay,
gain.
5 yards. Okay.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know. They don't want none of this.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Yeah, running man. We're definitely gonna run it. We're running this.
Dumps it
If someone's got a block.
over the middle, and he's tackled at the 22-yard line. So it's complete. But they didn't get
I
much
think
there.
Oregon
And
just
that's
dunked on
because
Iowa
the
again.
defense was just waiting on it.
Man, that
and
was
they
what a
attacked.
pitiful
The quarterback
last
should have
game that
found
was for
somebody
Iowa.
else downfield.
Went out limping. We're going to start
the
off
ninth
with this
play
off
of this
tackle,
drive.
and then we're going to see how they line up. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay.
Little handoff. Nice run, and he's brought down.
Probably should have just turned the corner, but it's all right.
Did they get another interception here? That's what they got last time this offense was in the red zone.
Oh, I just threw that out. Oh,
Just
God, he
throws
just threw
this
it out the
one
back of the
away.
end zone. Okay.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
We're on posts here. We'll keep an eye on
Second down and
Brees
10 to go.
on this angle
Ball on
route,
the
but I
17.
also want to keep an eye on Tariq Milton on that post. The Brees is open in the end.
Quick
Oh,
shot
it's
to the
Kincaid. He
receiver. Can't hang on
dropped
to the
it.
ball.
Number 3, the intended receiver
Wide
on the
open.
play. That brings up 3rd and
I'm
10.
running that again.
Here's the 12th
Kincaid's
play of
gonna
the
catch it.
drive.
He's going to catch it. I know he's going to. I'm going to run Chase Allen on a streak here. No, I did not get to any folks.
Still
Kincaid!
can't hang on.
Stop dropping it.
Was the intended receiver on the play.
Embarrassing. You know what? I'm just going to take the points because I'm. This is
They'll line it up
nonsense.
for the field goal.
No, I did not get any football games. I opted to
Kicks away, and they
push
tack
my
down 3
tickets to
points.
next season, to this coming season, rather than do that because I live about 2.5 hours away, and I don't know.
And it looks like
I wasn't
they're
sure
ready for
how
the
many games
kickoff.
I'd get to go to anyways, and I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours out there to not be able to
He's
tailgate.
to the 20.
I mean, going to the
And he
game is
makes
great.
it
Don't
out
get me
to
wrong.
about the 24-yard line.
I just
But-
love to watch this defense play. They've been flying.
I've
all
got
over
4
the field
tickets,
today,
and
making big play after big play.
I would've
The
just-
crazy
I just
thing is,
decided to
we
push
still
it.
have
It
such
just
a
didn't
close game
seem-
despite how well they play.
This deficit can be
Just didn't seem
easily
like
overcome,
a good
sure.
idea.
But they have to be thinking if they don't get something
I wasn't
going
like
on this
personally
series,
opposed
the
to going
burden
like
is
because of
gonna be
COVID
felt by
necessarily.
the
I wasn't
defense.
necessarily worried about it from that perspective.
And down he goes.
That would be a
25.
risk I was willing to take, but it was more just the logistics being so far away.
2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 25. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He
Man,
makes
he's
it to the
taking off quick.
28-yard line. And the quarterback picks up about 3 on the draw.
You won't break or bend this linebacker. He won't miss that tackle too often.
I am going to get a spy out here of some sort. God, they just do not give you any time at all.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 28.
I don't know. I was going to run
So at
man
the
there,
end
but
of
now I'm
3,
kind of second
the
guessing that.
Cyclones
Because
in
I think they're going to run it
front,
slant,
10-7.
and I don't want. That's a lot of receivers.
Into
Cover
the
too
4th
soon.
quarter now. And we're back to the action.
And we'll run him as a spy.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
No, sit down.
We're still
No, he's
early
short.
in the
Ooh,
4th
he's
quarter,
short.
but that was a huge
They're gonna go
stop.
for
And
it.
now with the lead, they're going to get the football back and an opportunity to stretch the lead.
Tom, congrats on the cable interview. Well done. Thank you, sir. You might have missed it before, but like I said, that was like, man, pinnacle. Honestly, it genuinely might be my favorite moment of my time while as the managing editor of Wide Right. Oof, man. I can't immediately think of anything off the top of my
He's
head
to the
that
40.
was better than that.
He's
Oh
at
my God,
midfield.
Kane! Let's go!
And they're going to bring this one all the
Kane!
way back.
Woo! Let's
That
go!
return couldn't have come at a much better time.
Another
Absolutely.
example of how important special teams are. We just saw in a matter of 20 seconds how quickly a game can get blown wide open.
Oh, Kane. Never not the MVP.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Iowa State is ready to kick it away. Horn from the 2. Tackle made at the 24. Iowa State's
All right.
defense, they've got
Good
the
stuff.
it factor.
The it factor, the swagger,
stuff.
whatever you want to call it, when they take the field, they know they're better than you. And as a group of 11, they play like they know they're going to stop you.
So we're just about ready to return to action.
All right. We're going to lock this dude up. And I'm going to get to the quarterback. Let me down. Okay.
Brought down
Guess I get
at
cut
the
block like that, I
36-yard
guess.
line.
Call it a gain of 12 yards. First down.
From their own 36-yard line. First down.
Check 26, check 26.
Okay. This quarterback is breaking
He's taken
every
down
tackle.
around the 48-yard
What is happening?
line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
The funny thing, I think Kene Nwangu's speed is only like 95. After that 40 he just ran, pretty sure we probably should. It rightfully belongs at 99.
Kendrick off the fake. Quick throw. Intercepted.
Anthony Johnson,
It's the
second
junior
pick of the
corner.
game. Let's go. Oh, damn
The
it.
26.
With the interception.
Perfect.
He just jumped up and snatched that ball.
Well, there, I don't think the quarterback even saw him. The defender went up into the air and made a great catch.
We're going to run out the clock. Or try to,
From
anyways.
the 26-yard line. It's first down.
3 down.
He makes
Reese?
his way to about the 18.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
I want to change my tempo to conservative.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Check, check. Check 26.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards.
Okay.
From the 14-yard line. First down.
Anthony Johnson may be the most underappreciated player on the team. I would agree with that. And I think he is. We've been kind of talking about him as a potential breakout player the last couple years. But I think the way he played last year and then the way, man, I don't know if you saw his picture that he posted or the video that was posted of him the other day, and you could see what kind of muscle he's put on this offseason with Andrews. Holy cow. That guy's
just under.
That guy's ready to break out. Good.
Gains his way to the 7-yard line.
Called a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3.
I want to go to. Where's my? There it is. There's my Dylan Sainer formation.
Third
Head
down,
back dive
and they're
right
going to
there.
need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Nice run there. The Jayhawks taking their first time out of the half.
They're eating up a lot of field on this drive. I'm really impressed with their ball
We're
control.
gonna do it again. Actually, we're gonna
Everybody
run
bunched up tight
quick pass.
defensively.
I think someone's gonna be open.
He's scrambling.
Tariq's open.
Quick strike
Ooh,
to the
what
receiver.
catch.
Touchdown. And he hits the
Lucky.
PAT. A 6-play, 26-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big running lanes.
Finally
They
starting to pull
line up
away
to kick this one away.
a little bit. It's an
He really
unnecessary,
got a hold of that kick.
unnecessarily close game there for a little while.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Cyclones have really been all over the place. They're playing like a defense possessed.
I love to watch a defense just pin its ears back and just fly to the football. They are playing with a reckless attitude, and it's really paid off because it set up their offense to be able to score points.
An interception cut this offense last drive short, so I think they're going to be looking for a little more success right here.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Tackle made at the 33.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Really? Not run, hurry up. Oogie.
A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers.
Do I think
makes the
Brees will have
catch
a
and
better
has a first
season,
down.
better or
He
worse
gets hit
season than
out of
last?
bounds around the 39-yard line. Complete for 6
I'm on
yards, and that's
there's a
good for
couple
first
different
down.
ways you can look at it.
Blitzer's coming in
One, he had a
fast, but
really
the
good year
quarterback
last
stood
year,
his
and it would
ground,
be,
found his
it would be
receiver,
a
and
lot.
moved the
It'd be
chains.
difficult for him to
It's 1st and 10.
even replicate
Ball on
that
the
again because he
39.
had a
They
really
come out
good
of
year.
an empty backfield.
I think his total yards will be up because he'll play an extra couple games, at least.
And he throws it away. The defense got some pressure and
Hopefully,
forced a bad
at least
pass.
an
I
extra
think they've
couple
been
games.
a little bit more aggressive here with their pass
but,
rush, and that time it
You
paid
know,
off with an
can
incompletion.
he keep up his average? I don't know. He's perfectly talented. He's talented enough. His offensive line is back. I
Less
think
than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
if he's going to replicate, I think if he's got a good chance to replicate just based on everybody
Wants
coming
to
back
throw
around him.
outside.
Tavon Kyle,
Oh,
no.
Almost intercepted.
As a defender, you want to keep your hands up.
certainly
Maybe
got a
you
good
can come
chance
away
to
with the
replicate
pick
it.
or at least deflect the ball.
I would guess his total yards and stuff like that will be up, but it wouldn't surprise me if his yards per game dropped just a little bit.
It's 3rd down and 10.
Partially because I think
Ball on the 39-yard line.
I think Tariq Milton will be back, so they might throw a little bit more. Jarrell Brock will be there.
He's out of bounds around the 46-yard line.
Also
A gain of 7 yards.
potentially eating a few carries.
That'll make it 4th
So,
and 2.
I think even if you see Brees's yardage goes down, that doesn't mean it was a worse season. Because he did what he was asked last season, which was kind of be the bell cow. But he may not be asked to do that next season. So you don't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. So if he's not asked to be the bell cow next season and he only puts up 900 yards, but he's got got a good average and he's doing his job, then that's a successful season. You think Campbell can get a 5-star recruit? He can. I don't think there's any reason to believe he can't.
Throws in a hurry.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Has it to the senior. Touchdown, Kansas.
I don't think there's any reason to believe he can't get a 5-star recruit, like a one-off.
Wow,
Do I think that they can
almost
regularly get them,
impossible
like get
pass to
one
them, and it goes
every
for
year or
6.
something like that?
The
No, I don't
defense
think
would
so.
have needed 12 guys on the field that time.
But it only really takes one. Yeah, I think it really only takes one guy. Like if Iowa produces a 5-star recruit anytime soon,
Nice 7-play,
and they've certainly got a chance at it.
And it's good for 7 points.
It can happen.
So our score,
Campbell's a really good recruiter. He's really good at
24-14.
identifying talent. But who knows? Oh, shit.
Iowa State will take their first time out of the half.
With LaMelo out, do you think Halliburton has a good shot at Rookie of the Year? I think he's got it. I think that pretty much wraps it up for him. I think he's got the Rookie of the Year taken care of now. Better question is, will Brock Purdy become a first-round quarterback, or will he just stay a solid QB? I think it's
down he goes at the 41.
It depends on who's around him. I mean,
Illegal touching.
in the end, quarterbacks are always going to be kind of potential. They're going to be more prone to being overvalued than a lot of positions. And it'll depend on who he comes out with. At this point, unless he has a really good season, put it this way: if Brock gets taken in the first round this coming year, that means Iowa State probably had an exceptional season, like flirted with the playoff most of the time. So to me, that's where
He's at midfield.
that's the kind of your criteria, basically. Is if Iowa State is an 11 win football team, including a bowl game. If Iowa State wins 10 games in the regular season, if they're 10-2 in the regular season, or they're 11-1. And Brock Purdy is a big part of that, then he can. I don't know. I would say probably not, though. If I was gonna put money down on it, I would say no.
1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Tailback runs down for a loss. Kansas will use their final timeout.
I don't know. I'm kind of a big fan of this halfback dive on this slot F wing. Get Dylan Sainer lead blocking for you. Big fan. Difficult not to be.
And he's taken down at the 43. 3-yard gain by the running back.
3 yards. That makes it 3rd and 7.
And do a read option.
3rd down now.
Not a speed
they need
option.
to get it down to the 36.
Read option.
Has some daylight. He's at the 30.
Brock Purdy.
Gets out to around the 22. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
All right, that's a win. 24-14.
This one's in the books, and our final score,
All right.
24-14, Cyclone.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Is Jacob Park the biggest Campbell player disappointment? I I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that would qualify as a bigger disappointment. Jacob Park flunking out was a massive disappointment because that kid could sling it. That kid could throw the football, and he was more mobile than you think. Man, he was so good. I really loved watching Jacob Park play, and I think, man, it'd probably have to be that. It'd probably have to be Jacob Park. I mean, he had so much potential, man. And in the games when he was good, he was really good. I mean, he was unbelievably good. Just never panned out. Nathan Hero, welcome back. Missed the stream. Thank you. It's good to be back. I confess that I was missing it as well. Oh, look at that 71 overall punter, Lamar Davidson. Guy didn't put any effort into whatsoever. Titus Cooper. But yes, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. Oh, we've got finalists for all sorts of stuff. Zach, we took care of recruiting ahead of time. There wasn't too much. But I wanted to check on the awards. Pretty sure I've thrown too many interceptions with Brock to be a finalist for the O'Brien, but Jaquan Bailey's up there for the Bednarik. Nice. Oh, he's the leader for the Nagurski. Nice. 26 tackles. He's got 16 sacks. Oh, I didn't realize he had that many sacks. Yeah, he's got too many. I've got way too many picks to be anywhere near the O'Brien Award. Doak Walker, there's Brees down there. I didn't run with him. I haven't run with him as much this year as I probably should. He's got 630 yards receiving though. He's got almost as many receiving yards as he does rushing yards, but these guys, 1,783 yards. Oregon, right? How was it? Yes, it was Oregon. Well, it was Vancouver, Washington, but I was in Oregon quite a bit too. But yes, it was beautiful. Got to go snowshoeing up Mount Hood. It was awesome. There's Charlie Kohler with the Mackey Award. Very cool. Will McDonald Jaquan Bailey and Will McDonald 1-2 on the Lombardi Award. Amazing. Perfection. Let's see here. Thorpe Award, Greg Eisworth sitting there. That's pretty cool. Rosa, yeah, Keith Duncan, whatever. Ray Guy Award. I don't punt. Where's Kenny Wang? He's got to be in here somewhere. All right. Very cool. Are we still at number 4? Yeah, we're still at number 4. I think we're kind of log jam behind a couple undefeated teams, unfortunately. I have not loaded in the utility for the playoff. I'm thinking I'm going to do that after this season, and then we'll have the playoff for next season. Oh yeah, Florida's already got a loss, and they're still ahead of us, just barely, but they are. Need to start winning some of these games more impressively. Number 8, a win over number 8 WVU. Really big, and if Auburn can pull off the upset over Alabama, who knows? Could jump up. Need to beat West Virginia We could beat West Virginia this week. That'll definitely help us quite a bit. Let's check out our recruiting. Got a bunch of people commit. Doing fine. I don't really care about that guy too much. Tony Maxwell. Ooh, we took the lead on him. Very nice. Get him scouted all the way. Nice. That's pretty good. Biggest nut kick game that I attended. Ooh. Been there for quite a few of them. Okay. Well. Oh, he's already taken everybody's visits already. Okay, about Tony Maxwell. Oh, he was his visit last week. That's why we took the lead. Nut kick game that I've been to. The Oklahoma State game in 2017 was a pretty bad nut kick. The last Nebraska game in 2011. That was a bad one. The Iowa game a couple years ago, that sucked. Worst game I've been to, easily the Drake game. That was the least fun I've ever had at a football game. It was terrible. Never want to play Drake ever again. I know I've got a lot more points to allocate, but like, I don't have a lot more guys to go after. All right. Riot Bowl. All right. I want to tweet this. All right. Well, I would wear all black when we're not at home. But I also am not sure if I care, because it's West Virginia, and we need to beat them. So we're going black. And we will... I think they've got a gold uniform, don't they? Yeah, they've got a gold. I thought they had a gray helmet, but maybe not. Okay. Well, they don't have a gray helmet, but we'll go blue pants. Nah, I don't care about the size. All right, let's do this. Thomas has attended both the UAB and the Aaron Kraft games. Oof. That is a big oof right there. Big oof. The biggest oofs. All right, team sets. What are they good at? Good at pass defense. Not great at rush defense. Killing it in rush defense. They've got some visiting prospects. They've got a bunch of guys out, too.
Glad to have you with
All
us
right.
in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football
Those aren't the black
14
uniforms.
pregame show presented by Nissan.
Oh, well.
Innovation that excites.
It's fine.
We're in the Mountain State, Morgantown, West Virginia, and Mountaineer Field is a site for today's game.
I believe this is the, or no, they were red pants too, but red, white is a fairly common road uniform for Iowa
Both
State.
teams have sent
So
their special teams onto the field.
they've got
and
the
we're
red
ready
shoes.
for the
It
opening
looks
kickoff.
weird.
He kicks it
You know
up.
what? I'm gonna quit out because I want my black uniforms. Specifically asked for those. Yes, that's fine. I want the black uniforms. I've never done this before, but I want the black uniforms. I'm not gonna. I refuse to compromise. All right, now we're gonna go back in. We're gonna edit theirs first. Gold socks, black socks, white socks. Go white socks and white shoes. That's fine. All right, and then where's my black uniforms? Oh, it's only letting me pick. Nope, I want black. 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 I want that. All right. Much better. I don't know why it wasn't letting me select from the black. Probably just because it was an away. It's an away game. They weren't letting me pick, and they weren't letting me pick a color jersey. But whatever. All right. And if I win the toss, I'm actually going to kick instead of receive. I don't know why I did that. I did that last game and I didn't want to.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Tails? Okay. They're going to receive or they're going to kick? Okay, whatever. Well, nothing different. Nothing changed.
West Virginia tees up the ball as we get ready for the opening kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 21. Seniors probably think it seems like yesterday they took the field for the first time. Today, they take the field for the last time. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. Brought down at the 34-yard line. The Cyclones always have guys that are near the top statistically, and that's no exception today. We're really looking forward to watching this kid play. From their own 34-yard line. First down. Hands it to the back. Tackled after a decent pickup. Hall gets about 4 yards on the play.
4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Isaiah, you ever notice that WA is almost saying, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that because Milan Pusker Stadium was actually designed after Jack Trice. That's a legitimate fact that West Virginia Stadium was modeled after Jack Trice. So if you ever wonder why they look the same, that's why. I'm going to go to this, I'm going to go to this dive here.
From their own 43-yard line. It's 3rd down. tackled at
Ooh,
the
that was a
45-yard
was a
line.
slow
So the
takeoff.
tailback picks up the first down there with that 2-yard gain.
That's another rush from this halfback. This time he does a great job of finding the opening in the defense and picking up a first down.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight. Pull down, pull down. Here we go. Ready. 180.
He's rolling right.
A lot of
Now
running
he's going
room.
to run and watch out. Heading for the corner. He's taken down around the 33-yard line.
The defense doesn't seem to have an answer right now. They might need to change up some of their schemes.
I'm gonna run this tunnel screen.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard
Thomas
line.
also attended the Ohio State Shayok game. Okay, yeah. So, just FYI, you are never allowed to attend an Iowa State tournament game again.
And
Just
down
so
he
you're
goes
aware of that,
at the
Thomas.
21-yard line.
He made a really good move at the line
Never
of
again.
scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Quick throw.
Sean Shaw.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. There we go. That was easy.
And he hits the PAT. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
Kansas and Kansas State in the Sunflower Showdown. We have got an all-out Donnybrook on our hands.
They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick.
1 to 10 scale.
This one's
What would
gonna
you
be
rate
down to
the
the end
odds
zone
higher?
for a
Also, Ames
touchback.
Applebee's is quite pleased with this hire, for sure. So it's funny that you asked that, because if you'd have asked me the week before he got hired, if you would have asked me what I thought of
So let's see
the
what the
idea of
offense
hiring
can
TJ
do as they
Otzelberger,
come
I
out
was
onto the
not
field.
excited. I'll be honest, I wasn't excited about it, because I saw his record at UNLV. I just saw a lot of things that gave me caution. Jake Hummel dropped it. I just sat on that the whole
This guy
time.
drops the
I don't know.
interception.
There was
What's ironic about that.
he
going
was
to
at
the
South Dakota
meetings
State and then
the other day,
UNLV.
is that this guy's been telling
So
the
it wasn't
coaches
like
he
didn't
wants to play some wide
I don't know. He
receiver.
wasn't.
You wonder why you're not playing
The
wide
track record
receiver?
as
Because you
a
can't
head
catch the ball as
coach
a defensive back.
was
From their own 25-yard line.
not what I wanted
Second
to see.
down. Fires quickly
At the
and
time,
he's
I would have
got
been
a
big on like a
tackle
Craig
made at the
Smith or a
28-yard
Porter
line.
Mosier or something like that, if you could have somehow gotten him.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
So I wasn't excited, but now that I've had a chance to process it, now that I've had a chance to think about it, in the end, I do think this was the best hire available. I really do. I think this was the best hire available. Now, I mean, TJ's his personality is perfect. He's perfect for it. I mean, he's
to the 40.
he's
at
got
midfield.
lots of good
And he's
lots of
finally
good
shoved
experience
out
with
at the
Iowa State. He's been
34.
here,
That was
obviously.
more than
His
enough
wife
to
is
pick up
a
the first
legend
down.
here.
Next time, this defense will be playing
their
on the
places in
heels.
Ames. He kind of got a lot of his coaching chops from a couple really good coaches.
So after the big pass
Fred, and
play,
obviously
we've got a first
before
down.
that he was with Greg McDermott. Yes, I know, but Greg McDermott has been really, really good at Creighton. And, there's a lot of stuff you can learn from being with a bad head coach too.
And he's taken
What
down
not to do.
right around the 24-yard line.
He seems to be putting a staff around him that will complement his strength, that will compensate for his weaknesses, complement his strengths. The great thing about the enticing part about TJ is that there's a chance, because stylistically,
Up the middle.
he would probably like to
Gained
recruit
7
to
yards on
and
that
play a
play.
system very similar to what he was exposed to with Fred Hoiberg. I would assume that's probably what he wants to
Second down,
eventually kind
and
of
they're
get
going to need
to.
about 3 yards to pick up the first
So assuming
down.
he can recruit to that, and there's not a lot of reason to believe that TJ would be job hopping or anything like that. I think he really does want to be in Ames
to about the
specifically.
17-yard line.
This defensive end just showed us
Best
why
case
he's
scenario
much more
is he
than just
turns
a pass rusher.
into Fred, but doesn't want to go to the NBA. So, yeah, the prospect of that is very, very exciting to me. So I just, the more I think about it, the more I like the hire, because I think he he fits Iowa State perfectly. He wants to be here. Man, we are not stopping this guy.
Set him up with a first and goal.
He fits the culture. He's a good recruiter. I don't know. He just seems like he checks a lot of the boxes that you're looking for, and I think he's going to do a good job. I think he's got I think he's got a great chance to do a good job. I think he's got. If anybody's got a good chance to succeed, I think it's him. I think he had the best chance.
He's level at the 10.
Well, these kind of plays result in a lot of confidence from this defense and the defensive coordinator. I will not be surprised to see this defense continue to bring this kind of pressure.
I was kind of hoping he'd throw it to that tight end so I could jump that passing lane and pick it off.
This is the ninth play of this drive.
Tight right, tight right. Three down. Mike 34, Mike 34.
No!
Touchdown, West Virginia.
He's going so much Wildcat. It's crazy.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt
We're going to have to figure out something to do with that.
And he adds the extra point. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
The Jayhawks and Wildcats in the Sunflower Showdown. This one's been entertaining us all day long. And for Kansas, they're eye-to-eye with a 7-game skid.
He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 25.
It's early in this game, so the defense can still have an opportunity to make some adjustments. But if things don't turn around in a hurry, it's really going to start to affect the psyche of that defensive line.
Oh, that was a terrible throw. What was that?
Brad, I noticed during practice
wide
this
open.
week that this linebacker may be a wide receiver or running back at heart. He's messing around during practice with some of the offensive skill players. Really, it pays off for him here as he's able to show enough instincts there to be able to knock that ball away.
They're running a zero blitz.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Lord help me if they're running a zero blitz. Xavier! Yes!
Catches it.
Don't let him catch you! Damn it, no!
Inside the 30.
All right, good enough.
23.
Excellent execution on one side.
I wasn't sure if I'd be able to
of the
get that
ball
ball off
and
in
it
time,
looks
but he
to
got
me
it.
like the defense was in a little state of confusion. Let's see if they can pull themselves together.
That's what I do. So Mike's number 1,
Let's see. Would you rather have college game day for the Iowa game or the Texas game? Iowa. I think. I mean, the atmosphere for college game day for the Cyhawk game was electric. I mean, it was
So it's second
awesome.
down and about 2 yards to go.
Texas game would be fine. I don't know how good Texas is going to be, but I mean, I don't think we're going to have game day at all this coming
The
season.
10, the 5.
Rock, no!
And
Oh,
no
God, it
one
went
can
out of
get it. It
bounds.
bounces out of bounds.
All right. Where's our wing slot? Slot F wing right there.
It's first down.
Halfback
They're inside
dive.
the 5.
Mike 1.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Touchdown.
There you go, Brees.
Iowa State.
Levi, have you heard of Xavier Hutchinson? Oh, yeah. If you're like even like mildly tapped into recruiting, Xavier Hutchinson should be a common name for you. He's a really highly rated prospect from Southeast Polk, I believe. Like a mid 4-star, like almost like a high 4-star guy.
Brad, I thought the
He's got
offense did a really
offers
nice job
from
mixing
Alabama,
the play
Ohio
calling
State.
on that drive. I thought the
Basically,
defense
anybody
was
that's worth
healed
caring about,
most
he's
of
got
the
an
drive
offer
because
from.
of the versatility of the offense.
So our score, 14-7.
At this point in time,
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
I mean, I'm not as tapped in. I'm not a recruiting expert, so I've never talked to Xavier Hutchinson, and I don't have like a source inside his camp or anything like that. But just kind of my gut feeling, just based on everything that I'm seeing, and the little bit that I have heard, I would be somewhat surprised.
He is drilled. At the
I would
18-yard
actually be.
line.
I would be very surprised if he came to Iowa State. I think he's got.
That'll make it
I mean,
second and long.
you got Ohio State and Alabama on as an offer. I mean, how much better does it get? He goes to my high school. I'm trying to get him to come to ISU. Man, if you can get him to ISU, good on you, because we can use him.
This a second and long.
But man, with his offers he's got, I wouldn't blame him for taking up that Ohio State offer or the Alabama one. I mean,
There's a loss of 3 yards.
maybe you can give him the pitch. Say, hey, you're gonna, at Iowa State you can be starter, but you can be a starter from day one, and we can get you to the NFL. Or, well, you wouldn't want to use the NFL route because it's Alabama. But you say we can put you a starter from day one. We can get you. You can get on the field right away,
The Cyclones
and show
with a
your stuff.
touchdown lead.
Purdy picked us over Bama. He did.
And we're ready for
I think
more
Purdy
football
picking
here
us
in
over
quarter number
Bama
2.
late in the process, especially when
They
Alabama
spread
already
the
had
field in
like
the
Tua
gun with 5
Tagovailoa
wide
and stuff like
receivers.
that. When they had Tua and all that committed. I mean, Brock Purdy committing to us over Bama is a lot different than Xavier Hutchinson committing to us over Bama, because this is a full-on high 4-star recruit that's got a very good shot at getting to the NFL if he plays up to his potential.
4th and long here after the sack.
Man, he's an outstanding player, and Iowa State would be really lucky to get him. But I just don't see
got a
it.
hold of that one.
But maybe I just don't know what's going on.
They'll
Certainly
bring it down
possible.
at the 42-yard line.
Return for a gain.
Boy, does it feel unlikely.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Iowa State is up a score. And they get nice yardage.
Came out of nowhere.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Oh. Check, 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 check.
Go dive.
They'll bring him
Yep.
down right around the 28-yard line.
If not now, when would a player like that pick us?
First down.
It's tough to say. 'Cause, I mean, this would be the recruiting cycle that, if you expect to get a boost, a bump from winning the Fiesta Bowl, this upcoming class would be the one you'd kind of expect to see at least a little bit of one, or maybe the following class. But it's hard to say because
And he makes it out to about the 27-yard
when
line.
you're talking about players like that definitely have their eye on the NFL.
2nd and 9.
It's hard to sell Iowa State over Alabama or Ohio State when they have a track record of ending
It's 2nd and 9.
they have a track record of putting everybody on their roster into the pros. I mean, how do you compete with that as far from a sales pitch
He
perspective?
scrambled. Just throws this one away.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right. Full out there, check the outs out there. Four down, 315.
Yeah, I know X was open in the middle of the field, but I just did not feel confident. I didn't feel confident at all throwing that on the run. 14-7. This is going to be like a 47-yarder. What's Coach think? He thinks field goal? I think we can get it.
And it's the offense that takes the
Okay,
field
so we're going
on
to keep an
4th
eye
down.
on Charlie for sure.
Iowa State is up 7.
But she's open.
Over the middle,
Hey,
guys, tight
that's
end.
how you convert a
What
4th
an
down.
Unbelievable fourth down conversion.
That was a big-time play. Heck of a job there to keep this drive going.
Have we peaked as a program? That's the magic question. That is the magic question.
And smell the end zone as they
I don't know. I
look
mean,
to extend this lead.
you wouldn't think so because they're still running. I mean, we're still winning games with the mid and low 3-star recruits.
Touchdown, Cyclones.
Mid to high 3-star recruits is what you're winning with, and as soon as theoretically you win enough games and you start getting the 4-stars and stuff like that.
Touchdown to go along with the one he scored earlier.
This guy has great vision out of the back.
I'd like to think that Matt Campbell with 4-star players playing like 5-stars, is going to be better than Matt Campbell with a bunch of 3-stars playing like 4.5 stars. So
And he tacks on the extra point.
I don't think they've reached the ceiling as a program because you saw last year they were 37 yards away from winning a Big 12 title. They were a bad loss to Louisiana and a Big 12 title away from
that would be water cooler talk
they were a bad loss to
And it looks
Louisiana
like they're ready for the
and
kickoff.
37 yards in the Big 12 title game away from being in the playoff. And
He sends this one deep.
even with the loss to Louisiana, if the right people had lost
This
and they
one's
had
gonna be down in the
won
end
that Big
zone
12
for a
title,
touchback.
they may have still been in the playoff. So, or 31 yards away, I should say. I don't think there's any reason to believe that we've hit the
Think
ceiling
about the challenges
at
these
this
two
point.
teams are facing.
What do I expect out of Gerald Brock next year? I think I expect a significant boost in his role. I think you're going to see a few more carries. I mean, Brees I think is still your bell cow next year. I don't think you're going to see him. I don't think they're going to be splitting carries 1-for-1 or anything. But you're going to see him on the field quite a bit more. I mean, see him getting carries, see him in the passing game, like on third down. If he's your guy coming in for when Brees needs a breather, he'll get more of those situations.
They find
Things like
themselves in a
that. I
hole
think you're
here
going to
after
be.
that sack. It's 2nd and long.
I think you'll see a lot more Gerald Brock this season. I think he's a really talented kid, and I think he's got a great chance to break out and really show what he can do. Because that kid runs violently. I mean, he's a lot of fun to watch. He runs kind of like David, where he just runs super violent, runs through people, but he's elusive enough to go around people. He's got good speed. He can do what you want. Will Applebee's be serving in the Otzelberger? I mean, I would assume that's what they're going to call it. I think there's more creative names out there than the Otzelberger, but it wouldn't shock me at all if that's what it ends up being.
Going deep.
Lawrence White, I took him over and messed it up because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, the big fella's
Should have
pretty
intercepted
athletic
that,
for a
but
tight end, and
I
as a
took him over and I
quarterback,
messed
it's
it up.
always nice to have a big target like this to go to.
They are definitely passing it.
Throws and it's incomplete.
Remember, this is
good question. David or Brees? That's like LeBron or MJ, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna take Brees. Brees can do a lot of things that David could. He's maybe not quite as shifty, but he can do a lot of the same things David could. But he's got the long speed to break off those long runs that David didn't have. Tavon Kyle finally catches one. So I'm gonna take Brees. I think if you put them on the exact same team with the exact same game plan, with the exact same offensive line, I think Brees gets more yardage than David.
You're trying to get back into the game, but you can't get it all back at once. You've got to be patient, take your time.
But the better answer is David is exactly what Iowa State needed at the time, and Brees is now exactly what they need.
From their own 25-yard line.
That's probably the best way to describe it, is that David was what Iowa State needed when he was here, and Brees is what Iowa State needs now.
He's taken down.
That's the best
28.
answer.
A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Mike one. Ready. Check. Regular.
He's going to try and scramble. Here they come. He gets sacked on the play.
I think this defensive end is doing a great job.
Would Brees be as good with, well, no, he wouldn't be as good as he is now with the O-line that David had, because, I mean, anybody would take it. Between this offensive line last year and one that David ran behind, it's night and day. I mean,
Feeling
any
the
running
pressure and
back
almost
would
creating nerves on the
take a step
quarterback.
back.
We've got
Fun
3rd
question
and
here
8.
from Isaiah.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Jacob Park or Brock Purdy? This is a good question. I'm assuming you mean like Jacob Park at the peak of his powers, because obviously just in general you take Brock, but at the peak of their powers, if you
you're running the ball for big chunks of yards like that, you've got something.
this is going to be
working.
controversial, but if you gave me had a choice between Jacob Park and Brock Purdy, with the same offense and the same weapons and all that, and you know that Jacob Park isn't going to have the issues that he did, I'm probably going to take Jacob Park. Jacob has a better arm. He's more accurate. Probably,
This is the kind of
not quite as
steady,
elusive of a
strong
runner
drive
as
that
Brock
coaches
was, and maybe
love
not
to
quite the
see.
same
Right now,
winner
they're
that necessarily
firing on
Brock
all
was, but
cylinders.
all other things being equal, Jacob Park is probably the more talented, more naturally gifted quarterback is maybe the best way to describe it. Speed option, you son of a gun. We're on a draw.
From the 45-yard line. First down.
So, I guess I'm taking Jacob Park. Ooh, Brees is running that dude over.
Fights forward to about the 43. And they get stopped after a short gain.
Yeah, the quarterback better get these guys to the line of scrimmage and hurry up.
Jacob has the right idea. Park had the higher ceiling. Shock.
Tackle
Hung
made
on to it?
around the 26-yard
Awesome.
line.
I did lob it that time, knowing that he he had held right there.
First and 10. Ball on the 26. He's on the run. Steps out of bounds at the 23-yard
right.
line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Now he's scrambling. Just throws this one away.
Should have ran it the other direction. Oh well.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 15. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Inside the 10. He's tackled around the 8-yard line.
Well, Iowa State basketball improved from last season. Well, it is nearly impossible for them to get worse. So, yes, they will get better. I think. But the non-sarcastic answer is yes. I do think they will get better. I think there's.
5 guys will be out in the pattern.
I think there's
They're
just
in the shotgun.
Again, I think you're going to see a more cohesive team, a better schemed team.
He's scrambling.
Brees has got to be open there.
On the run, guns it to the back, and down he goes around the 2-yard line. The Cyclones use their second.
Was there
timeout.
ever a statement of why Jacob Park left the program? I think it was a mental health thing. I don't know if there was never an official story necessarily, and I don't think we'll ever truly get one. But it was more of a mental health thing, and that's kind of what it was. What else we got here?
We're at the 12th play
Does our
of the
O-line
drive.
make a significant jump with everyone back and healthy? I mean, the funny thing is it doesn't really need to make a significant jump. They were really good last year, plain and simple. I mean, the Iowa State's offensive line last year was good. It was a legitimate good offensive line. Do I think they can go from being good to being one of the best in the country? Sure. I think they can make that jump.
Running over the defense with the ground game. If they can't shore up the rushing attack soon,
yeah, I don't know.
This game is going to get ugly.
Thomas says, I see what you're saying about his arm, but literally had the best receiving group in history and couldn't get it right. I get that. I get that criticism. You got to remember, though, I mean, like,
And he hits the PAT.
look at that Iowa game. I mean, he was
And
really
11
good in the
play,
Iowa game. And look
74-yard
at
drive. And they get it in for 7.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook
look at
drive. I
the
thought they did a
2016
really good
season
job
in the
of
games he
showing
played. He was really
balance,
good.
mixing the play
I mean, to
calling,
say,
the run and the
I mean, to say that he
pass,
wasn't
just
good with
overall
those receivers is probably not accurate. I mean, he had some
I
really
have a
good
feeling
games,
this ball is
really
going
nice
nowhere
throws. I mean,
near
look at the
return
Akron
man
game;
with
he had
this
some really nice
kickoff,
throws.
Most likely to end the half. He's to the 20.
I think
He's taken down at the
I think
25.
Like I said, I think you give him, if you give him both the same targets, I think you're going to see. Yeah, I mean, I think I think you see Jacob Park. Well, you know, you say the best receiving group, but Jacob Park didn't have a tight end. I mean, the tight end room was non-existent when he was there. He doesn't have the nice safety blanket like Brock does. So you could argue Brock's almost got the better deal, because
First half comes to a close as they head to
Jacob
the locker rooms. 28-7,
Jacob Park played
Iowa
before
State.
David was really at the height of his powers.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the
And
EA Sports.
Hakeem wasn't yet at the height of his powers. You know,
NCAA
Brock played with
Welcome back, everybody.
Hakeem when he
Second
was his
half
best. He
action
played with
about to
David when he
begin.
was his best. He's played with the best tight end,
Sends it sailing
the best tight
downfield.
end group in school history for sure, and one of the best in the country. Maybe
He's
the
to the
best,
20.
maybe the best tight end room
Makes
in
it out
the
to
country.
maybe the 19-yard line. Iowa State's the type of team, when you look at them, it looks like their defense sort of
I don't
just
know.
feeds off itself.
I think
the
they both.
energy
I
is
think
there, Brad, but I think it really
who
starts
had
up
who
front
who
with
they
their
had to
defensive
throw
line and
to
their linebackers, the way they're
is
being
very
able to
is
just win the battle at the line of
virtually
scrimmage. I think it's giving them
equal.
confidence.
You know,
It's
Brock
allowing
has the
them to
tight
play
ends
more
and
downhill where
Xavier,
they can attack this offense.
and a better offensive line. Jacob Park had a vastly inferior
There's
offensive
got to be
line
some sense
and had
of
no tight ends
urgency
to throw
this
to.
offense right now.
So
they don't have the
you kinda take
luxury
all
of
that with a
wasting
grain of salt.
drives if they want to get back in the game.
And yeah, I say for every Iowa and Akron game, you look at Texas and all the 2016 season. That's true.
Now he tries to buy some
But for
time.
every Jacob Park Texas game, you get a Brock
around the
Purdy
26
Louisiana
yard
game.
line.
I mean, it's not like Brock doesn't have his own bad games. I mean, the first half of Baylor was really, really, really bad. You know, the first chunk of the 2020 season was not good for Brock Purdy. He was very,
So
very,
second
very,
down
very
now. They need
pedestrian
about
and
4
a
yards
couple
to
really
pick
bad
up the
moments. He was
first.
terrible in that Louisiana game. He was terrible in the first half against Baylor. He had that horrible turnover against TCU.
Brown
I
on the
mean,
run.
oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And he's taken down at the 38.
It's not like Brock doesn't have his own low moments. Neither of them are a perfect quarterback. But I think you can straighten out Jacob Park and really take advantage of him rather than
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the
trying
38-yard line.
to. Yeah, I think you can if you can capture Jacob Park at his best, he's a better quarterback
Zips it to the
than Brock
tailback,
Purdy.
incomplete.
I think if he has all of his off the field affairs in order, he probably so he plays. If he has all of his off the field affairs in order, he's the starting quarterback in 2018. Yeah, right. He would have started all of 2017, but he was only a junior then.
37-yard line.
So he would have been the
Never really had a
quarterback.
shot. They were on him almost
He
as
would
soon
have
as
been
he
the
took the
quarterback
handoff.
for the 2018 season that Brock took over in. And if you put Jacob Park on that team, man, that team is killer. Brock was obviously really good. Definitely made plenty of his own freshman mistakes, but man, I think if you put
their own
Jacob
37-yard line,
Park on that team
it's
with
third
Hakeem
down.
Butler as opposed to Brock, and you can take advantage of Jacob's arm downfield and stuff like that, you can even hit more downfield
And
passes
he's
with
tackled at the
Hakeem.
46. Wow, a long game, but still not enough for the first.
But the offense hurt themselves.
Thousands
by
as
digging
Elmeo
themselves
Purdy is
into
going
a
to make
hole
millions
on
in the
first and
NFL, while
second
Jacob
down.
Park will
So
be
the
working at high
defense
V.
didn't
I
really
rest my
have to
case.
put too much
That's
thought
a
in how to
perfectly
defend
fair
on that
argument.
third down.
No, I don't think anybody would argue that Brock Purdy's career ended up better and he'll end up as the more successful football player. I don't think anybody's arguing that. But the question was, do you like? I took the question as, if everything else is equal, would you rather have Jacob Park or would you rather have Brock Purdy? And if I was starting a team and I had to pick one or the other,
So we're
I
just
would-
about ready to return
I would
to
take
action.
Jacob Park. I said it. I know that's heresy, but that's what I would do. Because I think I could straighten out Jacob Park. Not like hey, you wouldn't straighten him out because in the scenario you don't need to straighten out. You don't need to straighten out Jacob Park.
Everybody
That's the
knew their
point. He
assignment.
doesn't have the
it all
off-the-field
came
stuff.
together for a nice run.
Adam Johnson, you excited about Hunter Deckers? Extraordinarily excited about Hunter Deckers. I love Brock, but man, if Hunter Deckers has as good a career and as long a career as I think he's going to, Brock's records will be he will own all the records, not Brock. I think there's a good chance that Hunter Deckers is able to break Brock's career records. Unless Brock sticks around for next season and takes advantage of his extra year of eligibility, then nobody's going to touch his records then. Literally nobody. Just because he'll have 5 playing seasons. Breeze, I love you.
They'll bring him down at the 45-yard line.
It's a great job here by the quarterback of recognizing the outside
Hunter Deckers
linebacker
is
blitz and
more
delivering
naturally
the
gifted
football
than Brock
for a first
Purdy,
down.
and if he's got the same grit and the same competitive intensity that Brock does, man, Hunter Deckers is
From the
a really
45-yard
special,
line, it's first down.
really special player. What we got going on here?
Scrambling around. He's got to throw it in a hurry. He's taken down at the 43.
Actually, I ended up
He
getting
didn't
a
get
yard out of
much on
that.
that scramble before they drilled him.
Brad, that's a great way for the quarterback to get himself injured. He needs to be a lot more careful out there.
Check out the Seattle play. Yeah, you get Tariq on that wheel. Block. Yes, thank you. Tariq Milton, touchdown. Let's go. 34-7. Probably, hopefully, going to be 35-7 over at the number 8 team in the country. And oh, that's terrible.
And he misses the extra point.
What was that? It didn't register my kick. Well, that seems about right. But anyways, 34-7 at the number 8 team in the country.
Iowa State is lining up to kick this one off.
Smith deep to return.
Nice kick, plenty of distance.
If Alabama loses that Iron Bowl,
for a touchback. The Cyclone staff has got a winner on their hands. You've been around,
and they drop down, we could sneak our way up in there.
And I think it's infectious. His attitude, I think, permeates throughout this entire offense and really throughout the entire team. It's no wonder this team.
All
is
right,
so competitive.
so we've got an incredibly hot take coming in here from Lucas Plays. No, this is a bold statement, but I think next season K-State will be the worst in the Big 12, and Kansas would be a middle pack to top of the pack team. And I would say, okay, your first part, I can be on board with the first part of your comment.
Incomplete.
The second part of that comment is absolutely absurd.
Can throw a great pass while
That
getting
Kansas
drilled
is
like
not only maybe a middle of the pack team, but a top of the pack team. I don't think Kansas fans believe that.
From their own 25-yard line.
My man, they have not made weed legal yet in Iowa. I think he jumped the gun.
And a quick throw.
Get down.
Knocked out of bounds. Around the
Do you know what offers Hunter
42-yard
Deckers at?
line.
I actually don't. I could look him up after this game. I don't off the top of my head though.
For another West Virginia first down.
He's out of bounds right around the 44-yard line.
2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 44-yard line. 5 wide. Quick throw. He gets hit out of bounds.
Man, I
at the
tried to come back and get
46-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play.
from the 43-yard line. Second down.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
Throws out, got his back again. Brought down at the 32-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. First down.
Man left, man left. 3 down. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. Ready.
And he's got it.
Sit down.
Tackle made at the 28-yard line.
Number 12 with the tackle at the 28-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 6.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Hey, go Mike 34, Mike 34. Larry. Watch the 63. Ready. 180. What hot? Wide. What hot? 80.
Throws it in a hurry. He's tackled at the 19-yard line.
Number 35 makes the tackle at the 19-yard line. First down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Hot take, but KU will be the worst tag team we play all year. Actually, funny enough, they won't
bring
be
him down
because
in the
we play
backfield.
UNLV,
Give the defense
who
all
last
the
year
credit
was the
here.
fourth,
They had that one snuffed out
per
from the
S&P
start.
Plus,
It could have been
was
an
the
even bigger
4th
loss.
worst team in the entirety of Division One. Or sorry, I should say in FBS. They were worse than actually some FCS teams.
And this is the
If
10th
you look at
play of the
S&P.
drive.
So no, Kansas may actually not be the worst team that they play this year because UNLV is preposterously bad. Letty Brown just running over
That's
everybody.
the 5th first down for this offense on this drive. The defense
KU football or Iowa State basketball
hands
last
on
year, what's
their
more
knees,
embarrassing?
hands on
Definitely
their
Iowa
hips.
State
They look
basketball. There were no
tired. This offense
expectations
right now
at
has this
all
defense
for
exactly
KU
what they
football.
want.
Iowa State is at least expected to be competitive-ish in basketball no matter what.
1st and goal from the 1. Expect to see something straight up the middle.
Hot take,
Everybody bunched up tight
K-State got
defensively.
worse. K-State got worse when we beat them 45-0. Interestingly enough, I don't know. I think they did. I think they kind of did get worse, but
You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
I've actually always kind of been a Skylar Thompson fan. I've always kind of liked his game, so I think. I don't know. I like for them having Skylar Thompson back. I think is really important. Realize you're breaking that Will Matt that other. I don't know who their QB was last year. He was awful. He was real bad.
He gets out to about the 6-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
You already pick a nickname for a current football player. Who is it, and what would be the nickname? Good question. Funny thing is, I'm not actually really a big. I'm not like a huge nickname person myself. But to entertain the question, any.
This quarterback is tough as nails. Brad, he's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel. Almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
This isn't much more than an extra point.
I mean, he kind of already goes by. He already goes by X, but I like the idea of calling Xavier Hutchinson X-Man, like X-Men. That's how I get it. I'm going to say that because I'm not good at thinking of nicknames. It's not.
He really got a hold of that kick.
Not something I'm good at. I'll fully own up to that. Can anyone
He's to the 20, and he's taken down at the 22.
What is your top 10 for college football next year?
So with 1 quarter remaining, the Cyclones in front, 34-10.
I'm just going to say this in no particular order. I mean, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson.
Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter. Both teams are well aware that a score
Oklahoma,
on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead.
Probably.
This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. He's going to try and scramble. Tries to get around the corner. Here he goes. And they push him out at the 31-yard line.
Texas A&M will probably be. Well, I don't know if they will be or not because they lost Kellen Mond. I'm gonna run that same play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
I think we'll be in the top 10. I don't know. I'm blanking on teams. Georgia, maybe.
He scrambled.
It's kind of risky play. Oh, he fumbled it. What are you doing?
And he hits him hard at the 34.
I feel like that wasn't a fumble. I was kind of hoping to lob it up. Just. Oh, that was not a fumble. They better be reviewing that. That was not a fumble. Can't I challenge? Thought I could challenge.
Both squads are digging in.
Okay,
now.
both
Let's
review.
see
I was
what
going to say,
happens on
there's
this
no
next
way
drive.
he fumbled
They're
that.
going to review this fumble, and I've got to tell you, I think he was down before
All-time
the ball
starting
popped loose.
5 for
I don't know
B-ball.
about
Good
this one,
question.
Brad. They called the fumble on the field, and they need indisputable video
Just to pick the
evidence
best starting
to overturn
5,
this call.
I think this might be controversial, but I don't think it should be. I think the first person you pick.
On the field is reversed.
Yeah, reversed.
So
I
after
think the
some
first person you
discussion,
pick, if
the
you're picking an
call on the
all-time
field
starting
is
5, the
reversed.
first person you take is probably Royce White. That guy was just so unbelievably talented. Nobody could match up with him. I'm taking Royce White, Monte Morris, George Niang, Fred.
Now he's scrambling. Just throws this one away.
Royce White, Monte Morris, George Niang, Fred, and just to make a starting 5 that would
Second
work
down,
really well.
10
I'm gonna put
yards to
Matt.
go.
I'm gonna put
Ball on the 36
I'm gonna put Matt Thomas in at that 5th spot.
Ready. 180. Wide. 80.
And he just gets rid of it.
That guy got right in there. All right. We're on Shallow Mills. I
From their own
think
36-yard line.
Charlie will be
3rd
open.
down.
I'm going to have Xavier run a curl just in case. Sean.
Complete. He's got
Oh, he
room.
ran out of
Steps
bounds. What are you doing?
At the 39.
Gain of 3 yards. 4th down.
And Hallie off the bench. I like taking Hallie off the bench, honestly. Okay, we're gonna go for it again. We're gonna run 4
Looks
verticals.
like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
I'm
A
gonna run a
quarterback
Brees
in
on a
the gun
slant.
with 5 receivers. And down he goes around the 50-yard line.
Call it a gain of 11 yards.
Going no mercy on these guys.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Posts.
Four down.
This looks like man. And a blitz.
He's tackled in the open field.
Well, the defense looked a little sluggish there, and they can do better than that.
Run, hurry up.
1st down.
I'll run it again. Imagine they'll probably go to zone, but
Ready. 180.
or not.
Slings it. And he's level at the 24.
Is Tyrus the best shooter in ISU history?
On the tackle.
It's either him or Matt Thomas.
1st down.
It's one of those two. I mean, it's them, those two, and then 3rd place is probably either Scott Christopherson or Fred.
We've
It's one
got
of
a
it's
1st
one of
and
those
10.
two after.
Ball on the 24-yard
It's either
line.
Tyrus or Matt Thomas. Period. That's just.
Let's go, D. Ready.
That's pretty much all there is to it, really. Oh, they blitzed a guy.
And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
When you're an option quarterback,
Heard
you
this
get
come up
used
a
to
few
getting
times. We think
popped
they'll ever
pretty
retire
quickly.
Melvin
He'll bounce
Edgem's
right
number
back
or
up.
any of Naz, Niang, or Monte. No, I don't think they will. I think they should. But I don't think
This
they
is the
will.
8th play of this drive.
I think Melvin Edgem deserves to have his number retired. But basketball, I don't think they should retire numbers, but you want to. In basketball, you're better off retiring jerseys as opposed to numbers. Ooh, that was a terrible throw. Because you can't retire numbers in basketball because there's only, well, actually football is the one you don't want to retire numbers in because there's only so many numbers and you have a lot of guys. But still, in basketball, I don't think you want to retire numbers in college. I think you want to retire jerseys. I think they should retire Melvin and George for sure, and probably Monte. I don't think they will. I don't think they actually will retire any of them, though. Xavier's open. Touchdown.
There's another.
Jake Sullivan's a good pull for the best shooter, but I don't put him above Tyrese or Matt Thomas. I don't put him above either of those two. I'm gonna fake the PAT because I'm a dickhead.
Iowa State with a commanding lead.
Blake Clark.
Here's the
Dylan Sainer.
Two.
Buckets.
And they get the two. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
You can't retire anyone's number before Tinsley and Pfizer. That would be so disrespectful. That would be true if Pfizer's number isn't even eligible to be retired because he did not graduate from Iowa State, and that is one of the minimum requirements. I think it's a dumb requirement, but Pfizer will never have, as long as that rule exists, Pfizer will never have his number retired at Iowa State.
Once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
I'll tell you something. I'm loving this quarterback's confidence more and more as this game
Zach
goes
Evanson,
on. Really
incredibly bold
the
prediction. The
with
weather
some
in Ames is the most cooperative in recent history this fall on game days. See, but you say that, and now
1st and 10.
It's going to be the worst.
On the 35-yard line.
It's just going to be because you said something. It's like when you buy a snowblower for the first time. It means it definitely means it is not going to snow. It's going to be a light snow that winter if you buy a snowblower, period. You're not going to get any snow at your house. And that's just how it works.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Just throws this one away.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
From their own 35-yard line, it's 3rd down. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Fires out to his receiver. And they make the stop around the 44-yard line.
What wide receiver do you think breaks out this season? Because I don't think you would. I don't know if you would consider like Tariq as a candidate to break out. Considering we kind of already know who he is. But he would. But if you're going to count Tariq as being eligible for this, Tariq is the obvious one there, just because he was hurt quite a bit, and we know that he can be a really big time threat. And I think that spot in the slot is waiting for him to really take off and do a lot of good things. But if you're not going to count Tariq just because we already know he's good, my pick to break out would probably be. I want to say Sean Shaw because he has a chance to be really good, and he's shown some really good things early in his career. He's more consistent. Darian Porter is a guy you could see. But if I have to pick just one, Fabrice in case they blitz.
And he's taken down at the 27-yard line.
I'm going to say, if I'm just going to pick one, I'm going to say Daniel Jackson. I think Daniel Jackson's got a good chance. He had a couple really good games last year before he broke his foot. So I think he's going to be your guy.
From their own 27-yard line, it's 1st down.
Favorite current player on offense and defense? Well, favorite current defensive player is most certainly Hasheem Young. Love it. Well, it's either Hasheem Young or Will McDonald. One of those two. Love them both. Favorite player on offense is Xavier Hutchinson. As soon as I watched his tape in I watched his tape from his JUCO, fell in love with the guy, and I did his off-season scouting report and compared him to Justin Blackman, and
From their own 45-yard
I pretty much
line.
nailed it
First
dead
down.
on. So for lots of different reasons, Xavier Hutchinson is my #1 guy. Even though I do love Brees,
He
don't get me
gets
wrong.
sacked on the play.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
I got you, 88. I got you. Hey, what's that?
Less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
180.
Got his man. Can't tack on any
A
yardage.
4-yard reception. I really thought it was more than that.
That makes it 3rd and 15.
Mike Rose has always been my favorite on defense. Yeah, I don't blame you there. That's a good pick. There's a lot of guys on defense to really like. There's very few that you could. There's very few that like aren't totally likable. Tariq. Speak of the devil.
The 10. Touchdown. Cyclones.
Touchdowns.
The Cyclones
We're going for style
really had
points
a
now. We
star
need to
quarterback
force our
who
way
came
up into
through
the
for him in the clutch.
And this
force our way
defense
up into
knows
the
how
top.
good this quarterback
into
is.
the
In
top
fact,
2.
that's why they decided to try to get as much pressure on him as they could. They weren't able to get home, leaving him plenty of time to make the throw, and he delivered when he needed to.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio for this Reese Davis update.
The slogan is Virginia is for lovers. Not much loving going on between the Cavaliers and the Hokies in the battle for the Commonwealth Cup. And for Virginia, as time expires, they score to win the game.
Zach Peterson just totally misses the tackle.
Made at the 20. Iowa State's defense has been a force to be reckoned with, especially in this game.
Well, they have stepped up today. They just seem to be dialed into what this offense is trying to do. Good job against the run. They've been very physical. What I love is how relentless they've run to the football.
I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. He's on the run. He's out to the 30. He makes his way to about the 32.
Not doing the playoff. So okay, so currently I don't have the thing loaded in to do the playoff, which I was gonna wait till the end of the season to do.
First
What I
and
think
10.
I might
Ball on
do
their own 32.
is
They come out in an empty backfield.
what I think I might do is not advance this week and then either
And he's tackled at
probably
the positive yardage.
tomorrow or sometime later this week or this weekend, I'll load in the thing so that way it switches to the playoff. Hopefully it works. I don't know for sure if it does or not. If it will work mid-season, but if it does, then we should be good to go, and we'll advance the week and then we'll be eligible for the playoff. If not, then we'll have it for next season.
Up the middle for a nice gain. That's a 6-yard gain on the
When do I think this should be the bowl game? So I would say
Pursuit by the defense gave him the room he needed to
probably
First down, 10 yards
maybe
to
this
go.
weekend or
Ball on the
next
45-yard
or
line.
early next week probably. I don't think I'll have any time left this week.
He makes
I
it
would say
out to
probably maybe
the
Sunday.
46-yard line.
I'll let you guys know for sure.
One on the play. That brings
You think
up
Brace has a
2nd and
legit
9.
chance at Heisman this year? No. It's not a running back award. Running back will not win it. It's just not going to happen. It's a quarterback award. Last year there was a receiver that won it, but he was one of the best receivers, maybe the best college receiver ever. No, running back's not going to win it.
Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 46.
Any incoming freshmen or transfer players you can see making an impact? Yes. Jaquan Amos, the Villanova transfer, definitely can see
Throwing
him
left.
being an impact player. Datron Young. I think a guy like Tristan Michaud could be someone you see step up. Any other? Maybe Jalen Noel, the receiver, you might see him a little bit. But otherwise, that's mostly. I think Jaquan Amos would probably be the guy that I would pick to be an immediate impact. Otherwise, Howard Brown is a defensive tackle. That might be a guy.
His future, but for now, he needs to sit back and just enjoy this performance. And really, the play caller, the quarterback, the offensive line, the receivers, the entire group as just a whole should feel good about their performance.
That brings
I need
this
to tweet.
broadcast to a close. For EA Sports and Kirk Herb Street, I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.
That was a good game. That was easily our best all-around game so far. I feel like I just tried to run the ball, do my thing, didn't force it too much, hit some good throws. People got open for some reason. Let's see. Looking for Matt Thomas dunking style points for sure. Had to advance to bowl season and then do the playoff tool. Okay, well, that makes it easy, so I can make that happen then. I did see Amos's tweet today, basically telling every other Big 12 team that was contacting him to F off. Love it. Love the guy already. Another big reason that I am very excited for him to join the football team and play on Saturdays this fall. Love that fire. Yeah, nice. All right. Good stuff. Got some good experience in that game. I want to look at my final stat. Line. I feel like I had quite a few yards. 513, yeah. 21 first downs. Yeah. 359 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. 20-26. That's pretty darn good. Hold up. Did I just see? What is this? What happened here to get Will McDonald a passing completion? What had to go wrong for this to happen? I don't really know what happened there, but 78 yards from Breece Hall, 71 from Brock Purdy. Very nice. 3 touchdowns from Breece. Xavier with 107 yards. Tariq Milton with 103. Sean Shaw with 5 catches. Very nice. Breece with 4 catches. Very solid defensive. Shaquan Bailey had 2 sacks. And Annie had a sack. And Orion had a sack. Keep me up in the Discord if you need help with the playoff tool. I think I can get it. I just need to do it. I did the update to get it, in there so I can do the RPOs and shit like that. So I got that. I know how to do it. I just got to find time to actually do it. But if I decide if I do a stream on Sunday, if I decide to and I can get the playoff thing in, I'll probably play the Big 12 championship game and the playoff on Sunday if I decide to do it then. We'll have to see what my schedule looks like, but I'll let you guys know. But that will do it for this week. Got ourselves a good win. That's going to give us a good chance to move up at least to number 3. Get some nice style points against a highly ranked team. But everybody, thank you once again for tuning in to our college football revamped Dynasty stream. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get the utility loaded in to do the playoff. So if I can get that loaded in, then I'm gonna shoot for Sunday to play the Big 12 championship and the. Oh wait, is the Big 12 title game gonna be on this? I think so. Wait, I don't know. Actually, it might not be. Whatever. The bowl game or the Big 12 title game, if it is on here, I'm gonna shoot for Sunday to play that. Then we'll finish the season and get to next season, and then we'll just kind of see where maybe we play the first couple games, maybe not. Who knows? But until I figure out, and I'll let you guys know for sure. I'll put it in the Discord, and I'll also tweet it out. And that's a good time too. If any of you are somehow not aware yet of our Discord, we have a Wide Right 90 Light Discord now with all sorts of different chats for basketball and football and recruiting and video games and movies and music and booze and anything you think, lawn care, anything you can think of. We've got a chat room in there and it's very active. We're up I think we're clear of, I'm pretty sure we're well clear of 200 members now. I haven't checked in a couple weeks, but last time I checked it, we were like at 200 something members. It's a really great time. If you have not joined the Wide Right Discord, definitely check that out. We've actually got people from other schools jumping in, from Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, different people from different schools jumping in, just having a good time talking about different stuff. So if you need a link to that, you can check our Twitter feed. Otherwise, I'll post it again. I'll post the Discord link again. either tonight or tomorrow. Definitely join up, but I'll let you guys know in the gaming chat on Discord for sure from me tonight, but I'll also tweet it out for anybody that's not in the Discord or doesn't want to join. But until then, everybody have a great rest of your week. Hopefully I'll try to see you this weekend, and go Cyclones.